Fear is not the enemy of the warrior. The belief that courage means the absence of fear is one of the greatest lies ever told. Every true warrior, ancient or modern, has felt fear rise in the chest, tighten the breath, and cloud the mind. What separates the ordinary from the extraordinary is not fearlessness, but action in spite of fear. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna stands trembling. His bow slips from his hand. His heart races. His mind floods with doubt, grief, and moral confusion. This is not weakness. This is honesty. And it is era, in this moment of fear, that the greatest lesson of warrior stoicism is revealed. The warrior is not the one who never feels fear. The warrior is the one who does not allow fear to decide. Fear is natural. Cowardice is a choice. Sanatan Dharma never demanded emotional numbness. It demanded mastery. Fear arises from attachment to outcomes, to identity, to the body, to approval. The mind imagines loss before it happens. It creates future suffering and forces the body to react as if danger is already real. This is not failure of character. It is the nature of the mind. Krishna does not shame Arjuna for his fear. He does not command him to man up or suppress his emotions. Instead, he teaches him clarity. Fear is acknowledged, but it is not obeyed. This is the foundation of Sanatan Stoicism. Feel fully, but act rightly. The Stoic warrior's inner battle before any external battle is fought. A greater one rages within. The warrior's first enemy is not the opposing army, it is the fear of loss, the fear of judgment, the fear of failure, the fear of pain. These fears whisper convincing lies. What if you lose? What if you are wrong? What if this destroys you? A lesser mind listens and retreats. A warrior mind listens and then returns to duty. Krishna reminds Arjuna that the self is not destroyed by death, nor defined by success or failure. When fear is stripped of its power to threaten identity, it loses its grip. The warrior does not eliminate fear, he outgrows. Italiano, acting according to Dharma, not emotion. Emotion is temporary. Dharma is eternal. Fear changes with circumstances. Dharma remains steady. This is why the Sanatan warrior anchors action not in how he feels, but in what is right. Arjuna's duty as a Kshatriya is not rooted in hatred or ambition. It is rooted in responsibilities to justice, to balance, to truth. Krishna's teaching is simple, yet ruthless in its clarity. You have a right to action, not to the fruits of action. Fear thrives on outcomes. Dharma focuses on action. When the warrior stops asking, what will happen to me, and starts asking, what must be done, fear begins to loosen its hold. Courage is not loud. The modern world glorifies loud confidence. Ancient wisdom respected quiet resolve. The Stoic warrior does not shout his bravery. He does not seek validation. He does not perform courage for applause. His strength is internal, invisible, disciplined. He may feel fear in his gut. He may doubt in his mind. He may ache in his heart. Yet his hands still move. His feet still step forward. His duty is still fulfilled. This is real. Courage, calm action under inner chaos. Why fear can be a teacher. Fear reveals attachment. When fear arises, it points to something we are clinging to: status, comfort, control, image. The Stoic warrior does not curse fear. He studies it. He asks, what am I afraid of losing? Why does this outcome have power over me? Is this fear aligned with truth or illusion? Through this inquiry, fear becomes a tool rather than a tyrant. Krishna does not remove Arjuna's battlefield. He transforms Arjuna's understanding. The battlefield remains. The warrior changes. The modern battlefield, today's wars are quieter but no less brutal. The modern warrior faces career uncertainty, social judgment, financial pressure, loneliness, failure, inner doubt. The weapons are not swords, but expectations. The wounds are not visible, but psychological. Yet the principle remains unchanged. You will feel fear before difficult conversations. You will feel fear before bold decisions. You will feel fear before standing alone. The question is not whether fear will appear. The question is whether fear will command you. The warrior's code for fear. A Sanatan Stoic warrior lives by silent rules. 1. Fear is information, not instruction. 2. Action aligned with Dharma is never wrong. 3. Results are not in my control. 4. My worth is not decided by outcomes. 5. Stillness before action is power. These principles do not remove fear. They place it in its proper position. Fear becomes a background noise, not the main voice. When the warrior finally acts, when Arjuna finally lifts his bow, nothing externally has changed. The battlefield is the same. The enemies are the same. The risk is the same. What has changed is his inner alignment. He no longer fights to win. He fights to fulfill his role. And in that surrender to duty, fear loses its authority. An ending to remember: the greatest warriors in history were not fearless. They were faithful to something higher than fear. Fear will always arrive before growth. It stands guard at the door of transformation. The warrior who waits to feel brave will wait forever. The warrior who acts despite fear walks through the door and becomes someone new. So when fear tightens your chest and doubt clouds your mind, remember this: you do not need to conquer fear. You only need to step forward while it watches. That is the path of the Sanatan Stoic. That is the way of the true warrior.